Full Young and the Restless spoilers. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is Tuesday, and honestly, the weather outside is gorgeous, but the mood in Genoa City is it's incredibly dark right now. Grab a coffee or whatever you need, because we have a lot of heavy stuff to talk about today regarding the Newman family. And let me just start by saying wow, just wow. I mean, we all knew the bandage removal was going to be tense. We saw it coming. A few episodes ago, when Nikki was walking around the new ranch, counting her steps, trying to be so brave without her cane, you just knew the writers were setting us up for a massive fall. And they really did. So the bandages came off on July 20th. Victor was standing right there, trying to be the Rock, trying to be the great Victor Newman who fixes everything. But he can't fix this. The doctors warned them that her sight might not come back immediately, or maybe even at all. But hearing it as a possibility is one thing. Actually sitting there, blinking into the void, realizing that it's all still black. That is a whole different level of hell, and Nikki is living in it. But it didn't just stop at disappointment. It escalated. It escalated so fast into pure, unadulterated madness. Nikki is completely and utterly depressed that her eyes aren't working. She is desperate. She is exhausted. And honestly, she is going crazy, like literally losing her grip on reality. We are seeing a side of Nikki Newman that we haven't seen in years, maybe ever. She's usually so composed, right? Even when she's drinking, she tries to keep up appearances. But not now. Now she is screaming. Just guttural, agonizing screams echoing through the Newman property. She is suffering so much and crying constantly. And you can feel the weight of it. You can feel it through the screen. It's making the entire Newman family feel this crushing, suffocating pressure. So let's talk about that pressure, because it is tearing them apart. Victor, Nick, and Victoria are all just hovering around her, and they have no idea what to do. What were they thinking trying to handle this on their own? They are not therapists. They are not equipped for this level of psychological breakdown. Every single day, they keep telling her the same empty words. You will get better, Nikki. We will find a specialist. Mom, you're going to be fine. And honestly, it is the absolute worst thing they could possibly say. It is driving her insane. Toxic positivity, you guys. That's what it is. They can't handle her pain, so they try to slap a band-aid on it with these fake promises of recovery. And Nikki is no fool. She knows they are just saying it to make themselves feel better. And it just makes her so angry. She is furious. Every time Victor says you'll get better, my baby, she just wants to scream louder. Because she isn't getting better. The darkness isn't lifting. It's permanent, or at least, it feels permanent to her. And the more they try to comfort her, the more she feels like a burden. She feels useless. She feels like a broken toy that Victor is just trying to fix. And maybe I'm being too harsh on Victor here. I mean, the guy loves his wife. He really does. But his need to control everything is suffocating her. He even tricked her into signing over her Newman Enterprises shares recently, remember? Under the guise of medical power of attorney. Like, how is she supposed to trust him? How is she supposed to feel safe when her own husband is looting her corporate power while she's blind? It's sick. It's just sick. So the tension in that house is just building and building. Nick is already a total mess. Let's be real. Nick is hanging by a thread. He's dealing with the whole Matt Clark nightmare. Matt is living on the property, which is insane. Nick has been using drugs. He's been threatening to kill Matt. He's completely volatile. And now he has to listen to his mother wailing in agony down the hall. It's a recipe for disaster. Nick is going to snap. He is absolutely going to snap. And Victoria. Victoria is stressed out of her mind. She's secretly sparking up a romance with Kyle Abbott, which is a whole other mess. But right now, she's watching her mother disintegrate. The pressure on these three, Victor, Nick, and Victoria, is immense. But it's nothing compared to what Nikki is feeling. And then it happened, the breaking point, the moment we were all dreading but couldn't look away from. It was the middle of the night, the dead of night. The whole house was supposed to be asleep. But Nikki wasn't asleep. How could she sleep? When you close your eyes and it's black, and you open your eyes and it's still black, what's the difference? She was trapped in this endless, terrifying night. And she just couldn't take it anymore. She couldn't take the walls closing in. She couldn't take the smell of the house, the sound of the silence. She needed to escape, but how do you escape when you can't see where you're going? She stumbled out. She lost her mind and ran. She ran out into the night, blind, completely blind. Can you even imagine the sheer terror of that? Running through the dark, not knowing what is in front of you, just needing to get away from the voices in your head and the empty comforts of your family. She was frantic. She was desperate. She didn't know where she was going. She just knew she had to move. And she ended up on the road. She stumbled right out into the street. And this is where it gets so horrific. Because Victor, Nick, and Victoria realized she was gone. Maybe they heard a door slam. Maybe Nick was up pacing because he's withdrawing from his pills. Whatever it was, they realized Nikki was missing, and they ran out after her. They ran out into the night, calling her name, Nikki, Mom. Just echoing in the dark, and they found her. But they found her too late. They saw her in the middle of the road, disoriented, confused, waving her hands around like she was trying to fight off the darkness itself. And then the headlights, the blinding headlights that Nikki couldn't even see. But Victor saw them, Nick saw them, Victoria saw them. They saw this car coming out of nowhere, speeding down the road. And they screamed for her to move, but she didn't know which way to go. She couldn't see the car, she couldn't see anything. And the car just slammed into her. It hit her hard. A massive, devastating impact right there in the middle of the street. The sound of the thud, the screeching tires. It was like something out of a horror movie, and we just had to watch it happen. I literally gasped. I yelled at my screen. I couldn't believe they actually went there. I mean, the writers have put Nikki through the ringer over the years. Cults, alcoholism, kidnapping, MS, but this felt so visceral, so raw. Seeing her broken body hit the pavement while her husband and children watched, it's traumatizing. It is deeply traumatizing. Nick, Victor, and Victoria are going to be haunted by that image for the rest of their lives. Seeing the woman they love, the matriarch of the family, just mowed down like that because she was trying to escape her own mind. And the look on their faces, oh my God, the acting in this scene. Eric Bredin, give him the Emmy right now. The way Victor's face just shattered, all that control, all that power, completely useless. He couldn't buy his way out of this. He couldn't threaten the car to stop. He was helpless, and Victor Newman is never helpless. It broke him, and Nick looked like his soul left his body. He's already teetering on the edge of a massive drug relapse. He's already talking about killing Matt Clark, seeing his mother hit by a car. That's it. That's the trigger. Nick is going to go completely off the rails. I am genuinely terrified for what Nick is going to do next. He is going to self-destruct in the most spectacular, tragic way possible. And Victoria, poor Victoria, she just stood there screaming. She's been trying so hard to hold everything together. She's been dealing with the anniversary of Cole Howard's death. She's been leaning on Kyle. She's been suspicious of her dad's business moves. And now this. She just watched her mother get crushed. The trauma is unimaginable. The whole Newman family is broken. They are fundamentally broken by this one moment in time. And the guilt they are all going to feel. Because they know. Deep down, they know they drove her to this. Their constant, suffocating you'll get better speeches. their inability to just sit with her in her pain. They pushed her out that door just as surely as if they had physically shoved her. So the big question now, the question that is keeping me up at night, is, will she die? Is Nikki Newman actually going to die? I mean, who actually believes this is going to end well? People don't just get hit by cars in Genoa City and walk away with a scratch. Not when the story has been built up this intensely. The physical trauma on top of the MS, on top of the blindness. Her body is already so fragile. I honestly don't know if she can survive this. And if she does, what kind of life is she coming back to? More darkness, more empty promises. It's so bleak. It is just so incredibly bleak. But part of me thinks maybe they won't kill her. Maybe this is the catalyst for some miracle surgery. Or maybe I'm just doing exactly what the Newmans were doing. Maybe I'm just offering toxic positivity because I can't handle the thought of losing Nikki. Wow, okay, that just got real. But you get what I mean, right? As fans, we want our favorites to be okay. But the writers are clearly telling a story about despair here. They are not holding back. They are showing us what happens when someone loses everything that makes them feel human, and their family completely fails to support them in the right way. I just keep thinking about that image. Nikki in the street, the headlights, the screams. It's going to haunt me. It's going to haunt Nick, Victor, and Victoria forever. They are going to close their eyes and see that car every single time. And honestly, they deserve to be haunted. They failed her. They completely failed her. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but I stand by it. They didn't listen to her. They didn't hear her pain. They just wanted to fix her so they wouldn't have to feel uncomfortable. And now they have to live with the consequences of that. So what happens next week? I don't even know if I'm ready. We're going to have the hospital scenes. The waiting room, the doctors shaking their heads. Victor probably threatening to sue the driver, or by the hospital, or whatever he does when he's feeling impotent. Nick is probably going to go score some fentanyl and completely check out. And Victoria is going to have a breakdown in Kyle's arms. It's going to be a mess. A huge, messy, emotional disaster. And you know what? I'll be right here watching every single second of it, crying into my coffee. Anyway, I need to wrap this up before I start crying again. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think Nikki is going to pull through? Do you think Nick is going to relapse? How is Victor going to handle this guilt? Because you know he's not going to process it in a healthy way. He's going to lash out, probably at Jack, or Matt, or whoever is standing closest to him. It's the Newman way. All right, I'm done. I'm logging off. Take care of yourselves, guys. This show is entirely too stressful right now.